Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome
Hello.
to the Oddities.
I don't know what's going on.
Why do you do the John Cena thing every time?
It's
just
tradition
feels
at this
right.
point. Yeah.
It's just
We'll get some copyright issues.
you
It's fine.
Pavloved me.
No,
dude.
I'm out of tune, so we're safe. It counts as a parody.
It's like that
At least
kid.
I didn't leave to go to the bathroom right as you go live.
Yeah.
That was so great. Oh my God.
It's like that kid with the 2 recorders in his nose.
Yeah, that's exactly
Anyway.
what we're referencing. Not a certain wrestler.
Anyway, I got no special announcements for today's episode. Just a quick shout out to our Patreon. If you want to support us on there, you'll get exclusive Discord access, and at the highest tier, permanent discount on everything in our merch store. So that's a thing. Also, we have a merch store, D-Fourtress.com. Check it out.
Also got links to all of our other stuff.
Yep. All one of our other things, like our YouTube channel.
That you might be watching this from right now.
Yes.
Hi.
It's also got links to the gaming channels and other socials.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We have a gaming channel. Andrew and
We're
I have been playing
we're
Baldur's Gate
social?
3 on there. We haven't beaten it yet, so we're going to beat it. So, yeah.
I still have never played that.
It's
I'm
so
sorry.
good.
It's so good. It's insanely good.
We'll have to do an Oddities playthrough.
That is a rant that we can do some other time.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and roll that intro.
I love myself. Even though I look like a burnt chicken nugget, I still love myself.
I'm 16!
I'm
I'm
a
a grandmother.
grandmother.
Last we left off.
Yeah?
The Oddities were celebrating their victory in the birdcage, on which they were visited by none other than Alexander Marshall himself. Having a bit of a strange conversation, he alluded to him trying to talk down Marigold in hiring the hitmen to come after the party, as well as expressing his wishes not to be at odds with the Oddities.
So funny.
Belden, using his incredible perception, deemed that
Sight.
yeah, that he was not a guy that he was a fan of.
We don't like this guy.
I get the feeling that we have a negative perception of him.
And
Yes.
therefore, I hate him. And his stupid mustache.
What a sheep.
They had also made friends with a gnome who was very drunk at the table, who overheard everything. The
We don't know its name.
The gnome that bought the polar bear, and he declared you his best friends that he has ever had. As you assured him that he deserves better than his ex-wife. But you went to recover, collapsing in the night at Tulip's place, where Ghost, you received a visitor. Within your subconscious, a man. Do you remember his name, Ghost?
No. I'm bad with names. I
very
am.
sad.
Ghost remembers, but not me.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Well, this mystery man
Don't say that.
in your head. Someone who called himself an inquisitor. Something that you recognized as hailing from the country of Ilowith. And he offered to share his knowledge with you, giving up pieces of himself to make you more powerful, in exchange for sticking around long enough to see the death of Mother Blood, or Mother Blood, the hag that you had a brief encounter with, and is partially responsible for the events that happened in Eritrude.
Yes, my blood got it.
Upon the next day,
Okay, Malfoy, chill.
yeah. upon, on the next day, Rakos had brewed up what potions he could. Supplies were gathered to set out to finally cross yet another task off the list here in Snowdrift. There's tale of a vault somewhere southeast of the city. Its exact location unsure, but Tulip and her network of intelligence gatherers determined the general area and pointed you to it. A job that on completion would be the completion of which is the recovery of a dagger, a cursed dagger, one that is not to be touched directly. However, she apparently has someone she wishes to arm with this dagger, someone who has inoculated themselves against curses. And so we begin somewhere in the middle of this day. Not right as after you wake up, but early-ish in the day. So, the time is now yours.
Well, all right. Is there anything that needs to be done before we head out?
Not that I can remember. I believe we took care of everything yesterday.
Tulip said the dagger was cursed, didn't she?
Yes.
Yes.
So perhaps we should find a way to transport it without getting cursed.
I have tons of furs. We could wrap it up in one of them.
All right. I mean, hopefully, as long as we don't touch it directly, we'll be fine.
I mean, I might be. Who knows?
True.
Plus, I have gloves.
I've got
Okay.
this. Holds up the red cape.
Wrap it in that.
I thought
hope
it
it
was going
burns
to be
when it's-
purple.
when it gets wrapped up in there.
Oh, didn't you want to get a purple cape?
Oh, I did. Maybe we can take a quick stop at the tailor's before we left.
I don't think we have time for that.
When we get back, then
Oh, we
we'll
won't have
definitely
time.
to.
We'll be busy.
Why are you?
I
I
plan on
plan
being...
on being sick.
Dang it, you beat me to it by 1 second, Andrew. Plan on being sick that day, I'm sorry.
Good thing you don't need to come with me.
Yeah, you have free will.
Alright. Well, I mean, we could always stop by the alchemist shop just in case to see if they have any other potions, but, I mean, I was able to make quite a few.
We have
You know,
time
yeah.
to stop there.
Well, it's because... Fine, we can go to the tailor shop.
Good man. Conquering your fears.
It's... I'm getting a drink.
You make it too easy.
I told you it
Alright.
has an effect.
I don't think it's the effect you desire, but you know, if you push hard enough, it might.
Alrighty, so... Erica, Ghost, you
Yeah.
are pretty well acquainted with the tailor in this
Yeah.
area.
Yeah, maybe a little.
You know exactly where it is. It's probably like your... It's honestly probably like your spot.
We may or may not be besties. I may or may not have funded a lot of expansions with how often I go there. Yes.
Right.
She is
So-
taking them there 100% willingly. Don't have to ask her twice, you know. Any excuse to go to the tailor.
So you head over to the tailor shop. Ghost, it's almost like she knows this city, but it's like this one is hardwired into her brain. And as
Yeah.
No travel scene, just instant scene shift.
Yeah.
Autopilot mode.
the city moves
Uh,
to bring the shop to you.
just with a snap, we're there. It is at my beck and call. The shop moves to me.
So you head to the tailor shop, which is a high-end tailor shop, because of course it is. Inside, in the window, you see mannequins wearing nice black tuxedos of all shapes and sizes, different suits and vests. And you see the elegant cursive that spells out suave and sultry.
Of course it does. I love it. Ghost just takes a deep breath, just... I'm home. Welcome in, boys. You're in for a real treat.
And
What's that smell?
as you enter in, you see a whole bunch. This place is big and it's pretty busy for these things, and you can tell the kind of clientele that is here. You see a bunch of merchants and stuff. You see one group of people. They're on over on one side trying on wedding dresses, So it's a little rowdy in here.
Nice. Nice.
And as you enter in, you see a young woman, human, come up to greet you. You don't recognize this person, Ghost. She's probably new hire. She's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, is there anything I can assist you with today?"
Take it away, Belden.
Reikos, you might want to step out. I don't want to scare you off. Could you perhaps craft me a magnificent purple cape?
Ooh, a purple cape. And she kind of goes and inspects. Is this to be worn with a suit or with your? And she gets cut off, just like she gets cut off, and you just hear this voice behind her. Oh, this is special clientele. And as it goes up, you see this half-elven man with slick black hair slicked to the side and a pencil mustache. And she's like, "Darling, is that really you?"
It is me, my dear. I'm back. I'm home.
Oh, it is a wonderful gift to have you back. And he like reaches out. And yes, your porcelain hands kept to perfection. Mwah, mwah. Of course.
Oh, you know it. I could never let these suffer.
Oh, no Deramos today, it would seem.
No, he's on a little outing.
Oh, of course, of course.
He did visit me, though. It was a little late coming, but you know how it is when he gets busy.
Oh, don't I know it? As he always says, and he gives you like a wink. The devil's in the details.
Exactly.
So who are these fine, rugged folks you have brought into my...
These are my good friends, members of my new party. This is Reikos and Belden.
Oh,
We are called the Oddities now.
You're adventuring again.
I am. I had to go back. You know, I couldn't stop.
Oh.
The bug.
What about the rest of the death toll? Those lovely ones, and the dwarf.
Oh, I actually visited Borf. He's not too far away.
Oh,
Yeah.
here.
He got together with Kay.
Never would have guessed.
Neither would I have, but he was wearing her mask.
That thing. I told her to drop it, but it seemed to have sentimental value. So if she gave it to him, things are getting
It has
serious.
even more value now.
Oh. Yes, but so what is the occasion? Are we looking for a new dress, or perhaps something more utilitarian, or?
As much as I would love to order something from you, we're actually a little bit on a time deficit. You see, Belden here wants to get a cape commissioned.
And which one of you is Belden?
That'll be me.
Ah, yes.
Pointing down.
He looks down as if he's seeing you for the first time. like, oh. So you we are commissioning a cape, then, it would seem.
Yes, that would be much appreciated.
Oh, right. Well, so, are we looking for something to go with the suit, or is it something that you will wear into battle like some sort of gallant hero?
Well, it's probably something that I would wear into battle. Although, I don't think it'll get too much wear, seeing as it will be more of a deterrent rather than paint me as a target. I need it to be purple.
You need it to be purple. Well, I could see it could go with some of the highlights of your armor, some of these gems. and it would complement your skin tone.
I like him.
He's very
Yes.
good at what he does.
Yes. Well, if you're going into battle, I will use some thicker material. Are we looking just a solid plain or some form of design? Or would you like a fur lining on it as well? You know, these nights in Tirvis can get awful cold.
And the furs are always so nice.
You know what? That does sound rather nice.
Fur lining it is. All right. Now, if you'll step this way, we'll get your measurements. I, the great Arden Vitelli, will be happy to take your request. Now, of course, a custom work will run you about 25 gold.
Well, from what I hear, you'll be worth every coin.
Oh, don't I know it? Step right this way. And he goes through all the things of getting your measurements and stuff. And he'll probably ask you some pretty probing questions about family or something. He just wants the gossip and the tea.
Man, I thought this would have been like I stop in and just grab something off the shelf. This is so
No.
much fancier, Ghost, than I would have imagined.
You know me, don't you?
True, true.
Well, we have gotten all our measurements. We will begin work on it shortly. Of course, you will get the VIP treatment.
Oh, you're such a spoiler.
But we can accept the payment up front, and we will pull. It should be done in the next day or two, and we will hold this cloak for you for as long as you need.
Well, thank you very much. And I'm gonna give him 30 gold coins rather than 25 because he made me feel so special.
I appreciate your patronage.
I did remember Ardendiri. Do you remember what I commissioned you for all those years ago?
Which one?
Oh, the piece.
I'm just kidding. I know exactly what you were talking about.
You do. The showstopper.
Mizu! Open the vault! Would you like to describe this outfit that is brought up for you?
Okay, I actually have a picture that I'm going to pull up for myself so I can describe it properly. Because it has actually been a little while since I put it together. I wanted it to happen so badly, and this is the perfect time. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it comes out, and unlike her usual type of dress, this is brighter, more airy, almost spring themed. And it has flowing skirts and that are just decorated in these flowers that really, complement her complexion and kind of make it feel like a volcano after the ash has, been covered in greenery and life. And there's this big old coat to go with it that looks like a puffy, almost flower-like shape. And I'm gonna send that to you guys so you can see. But it's just really pretty.
Where are you
And
sending
very
it to?
different. Just the D-Fourtress chat. Should I send it so anyone else in the chat can see?
Wherever you want to put it.
Alright, I'll put it in here. There we go. But the flowers look more real, like 3D rather than just printed on, and the skirts are more flowy. And it almost like sparkles, because of course she can't have anything without sparkles.
My dear, you never cease to amaze.
Oh, thank you so much. It's every bit as amazing as I hoped.
And for you, my big fellow, is there something that you require?
Originally, no, but now that I'm here, there is something I want, yes.
What would you like?
A
Would
blindfold.
like... No. What I would like is a white shawl lined with polar bear fur.
Ooh.
Ooh, exotic. Now, do you want one that goes over both shoulders, or one that will hang over only one shoulder?
One that can hang over one, but big enough when unfurled that I can cover my whole self with it.
All right, compact. Yes, well, the polar bear fur is a bit harder to come by, so that should run you about 40 gold.
That's fine.
Don't we
What?
have some left? Didn't we
No,
get
no, we just got the meat.
any? That's right.
I believe. Let me check.
Too bad.
I will.
Even so, I'm pretty sure if we had it, I'm pretty sure
It's
Badger
long
has
gone.
it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, we can accept that payment up front, and we will begin work on it.
There. I will pay him the 40 gold. Because he didn't make me feel special.
Not yet. He needs to take your measurements first.
I'm
Yes.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
He's probably making moments like, so, I notice that hammer, big, strong, probably a monster slayer is what I'm getting.
You would be correct.
And you have the hands of a working man.
Blacksmith.
Ah, yes. The cousin of my craft.
Also an alchemist.
A man of many talents. Are you like the warriors of old who would drink their alchemy and charge into battle in an altered state?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Well, and
He's always high on the job.
and after
That
a little
one
bit-
really comes more from my wife, though. She was the alchemist. She was much better than me. She is much better than me.
Well, no harm in diversifying your skill set. But that is all the measurements. We will begin work on it shortly.
Very well.
Thank you again. Your work is wonderful as always.
Of course, my dear.
We want to stay here, but we must go at some point. Headed off another mission.
Yes, there is adventure to be had.
Plus, we've given ourselves reason to come back.
Exactly.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. Ta-ta. And he goes and starts helping another customer.
Ready to go?
As ready as I'll ever be.
I suppose.
Alright.
Do we need any
Okay.
rations or anything? Any supplies for traveling?
We already got those yesterday.
I mean, because we will be doing it on foot. We don't have our cart.
I got some extra. And we have all the leftover meat from the hike.
Oh, right. From the Hydra.
Yeah.
right.
The Hydra,
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Yeah, the Hydra meat, as long as you don't completely gorge yourselves and, nothing happens to it, could easily last you, over a week.
Foreshadowing.
And we dried a bunch of it, too.
We
yeah,
did.
you dried a ton.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. We dried the rock meat. We need to dry the Hydra meat.
Yeah, the rock meat.
Oh, yeah, that was the Paragon.
Well, tonight by the fire, you both can help me dry out the meat. Make it last a little bit longer.
Rocks
Mhm.
don't have meat.
It all depends on your tooth strength.
Okay. Any other stops you'd like to make?
That was good.
Nope. I think we're good.
Yeah.
I doubt the herbalist has received anything in the last 24 hours, so I think it's time to go.
Mm-hmm. Be off then. Goodbye, Snowdrift.
I say we buy sushi when we get back, though.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, in the short time we've been here, it has really grown on me.
This has probably been my favorite city so far.
What? You didn't like
I'm
Eritrude?
honored.
Hey.
I felt bad for Eritrude.
So, you head to the south gate. And as you do, you see the guards and the watchtowers posted there. And as you approach there, you see they go check you, make sure you don't have any contraband, standard fare. And then guy goes and hits his spear on the ground a couple times. That echoes louder than you think it should. And then you see the gate raise for you. Just enough that you could walk under it, but you do see a line of a couple carts on the outside that are still a bit too big for how high they open the gate. And you see they're just running basic inspections on it. And as is standard for Tirvis, just given the danger of the roads, there's quite a few hired muscle looking over these carts, kind of looking impatient. But as they see you leave, just given your general demeanor, they'll just kind of give you like the nod of just like, yeah, that's another crew right there. Kind of a thing, just the nod of
Respect.
yeah. It's like
Another day of work.
yep.
This
Yeah.
guy gets it.
You're the cabinet guy, and you just walk past the painters. Is basically what happened.
That's great.
Okay. So, go to the battle map. You do know it is southeast. So, is there a specific? So yeah, you guys are right here. Which space would you like to go? Also, Bentley is hidden. Now he's not.
This one?
Yes, that one.
Okay. Directly south. Bold choice.
It's weird not. It's,
See, don't say that.
Interesting.
We're going north.
How far is this place meant to be?
It is.
don't know.
All you know is that it is southeast. They don't know exactly where it is. So basically, it can be pretty much anywhere in like this zone, kind of. It could.
Because this dark mark right here looks suspicious.
It's a frozen
Yeah,
lake.
it could basically.
Let's blow it up.
It could basically be like any of these potential spaces.
In the ocean! Oh no!
So yeah, basically in this general region. So, First day of travel. The heat of the city kind of leaves you. You are back in the frozen areas. But unlike the snowfields, the Heralden snowfields that you were in, this one is, you're not gonna sink down. This
Right.
Cape White Spire is almost like a tundra, almost like a rocky tundra. So we're talking navigating big boulders. There's not really any forest, just more small clusters of trees here and there. Some stretches of very cold, frozen over grass.
Is there any like a lot of trees and forests like the other city, or no?
Nope.
Oh,
More open fields.
player me is freaking
Lots
out
of
inside.
rocks.
Because
Oh,
Right.
this is so much better than open water. Still miserably cold though.
I am inclined to agree with you. And then while we're walking throughout the day, I would just kind of be keeping my eyes peeled for like animal tracks, things like that, things that might be in the area.
Okay. This close to the city, it's not really. It seems that just due to the general activity, most animals keep a bit more of a distance, but the further away the city becomes, the more wildlife you start seeing and hearing. Little squirrels and like gophers and stuff moving about, birds flying overhead.
All right. Good thing I have meat, otherwise a lot of them would be dead.
Well, it's probably a good sign that we're seeing a lot of smaller wildlife.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm not really seeing anything larger, just small creatures.
Looks can be deceiving.
Well, I mean, it's not like that time with the when that boy rode into town and the forest was silent. I'd much rather hear this than nothing at all.
That's true. Fair enough. Not completely silent, but not too dangerous to handle yet. There are definitely many dangers in this region. I'm having fun already.
It is nice to stretch the legs a bit.
Undoubtedly.
That it is.
Would be faster if we had a cart, though. Unfortunate so much snow is here.
Sometimes, when I used to go on those trade routes with my father out to the Stoneheart tribe, our orders would be large enough that he'd make me walk the whole way.
Walk across.
He said he was the only one that could drive because he refused to teach me. Turns out it's not as hard as he says it is. He just didn't want to work.
Force you to walk across the entire north-south length of the country. From the southern border to the
Oh.
northern shore.
Oh, goodness.
Usually it was just one way, though. Unless the order coming back was big enough.
Well, how would you get home?
Well, I mean, we
There's
would
only
ride
one
back.
way. Oh,
Well, no. I
Right.
mean, walk one way. We only had one horse, so.
What we really need is a sleigh.
I mean, there's not much here, so unless Belden is pulling us, I don't think that would work.
With the deeper snow, it's
Over all
nice to
this
have
rocky
the sleigh.
ground?
Yeah, I don't think it would work. Maybe in the snowfields.
Yes, exactly. But here it would be nice to have a wagon, even if it would get caught in the bigger boulders. Come to think of it, it might be slower because of all the bigger boulders.
Also, given the fact that we have many people watching us, I'm also okay with being a little bit more lightweight.
Fair enough.
Harder to spot from a distance. I was hoping he would have
Well,
one of
there
those.
isn't much place for us to hide looking around.
Well, that's why I was kind of hoping that he would have one of those cloaks on hand, but, you know, only so much we could do. I think that contrasted with the armor would help me hide out here.
Oh, definitely. Especially if you commissioned it big enough to cover you.
Exactly. That was the point. Also, I think it would look nice.
Oh, it would look so good on you. It will perfectly contrast against your fur. Then know what he's doing.
So this first day of travel is pretty free of activity, just given the proximity to the city. You probably would walk past quite a few people. Just getting less and less frequent as you're going. People in the small creeks and rivers that run through this area, doing some fishing. You probably get some polite waves and whatnot. Some people setting up traps for those small animals and everything. Interestingly, you do see a couple shepherds bringing around mountain goats, some of which are exasperated as mountain goats seem to defy the laws of physics. Standing on ledges they should not be able to stand on. So you'll probably pass one guy where he's just like, "Get down! We're going this way." Just get down. So just a bunch of things, but as you get further and further away from the city, the small shacks and homesteads outside the city get less and less frequent, as per usual in this world. The further away you get from civilization, the more dangerous it is. So but beyond that, the first day passes without incident.
Yes.
So you can totally take the night, dry a bunch of the meat. If you are you going to dry all the meat?
Well, we'd probably cook up 3 steaks, and then
Dry the rest.
Yeah, probably.
probably a couple days worth. We can,
Yeah.
since
that's what
it's
I was
so
thinking.
cold, it will stay good.
Yeah. You've transported with supplies like this all the time, Reikos. You know you have a good amount of time before it really starts to rot. One of the benefits of living in a frozen wasteland.
Yeah.
So basically, I would plan on most of this trip up until the point I think it would turn, and then everything else I would dry.
Okay.
Which I have 80 pounds of it.
I forgot we had that much.
Oh yeah, you got a thick cut.
Oh yeah.
So-
I know, but like that's wild still.
And each steak is 1 pound, so it's 80 steaks. How many would we be turned to meat? Actually, the
You tell us.
first night we would actually eat the Hydra ribs.
Yeah.
Because that one was already pre-made with the honey glaze. and
that was
everything.
boar
What we
ribs.
Boar.
No, hydro ribs. He
No,
gave
they
us
were-
some.
It was boar ribs.
Yeah, no,
yes.
they didn't cook up any of the hydra for you. They were boar.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, either way, we'll eat that.
Yeah. The boar ribs, probably not as good as it would have been completely fresh, but leftovers are still good, especially when you slow heat them up over a fire.
Get that little smoky taste in there.
Yep.
I get to
Yeah.
make it taste however I want because I can cast prestidigitation.
Me
Yep.
too.
And then, Rakos, you have done this quite a bit before, so you know how to dry meat. I won't make you, like, roll for it or anything. You know how to do the basic,
I'm gonna leave like 21 steaks, so enough for 7 days for all three of us.
Nice.
There we go.
Very
And then the
nice.
rest is I'm going to turn into dried meat.
So, just a quick reminder. While you're out in the wilderness, you are only taking short rests.
Oh yeah.
Because you can only get long rests in
Safe
safe
zones.
areas. Yep.
You got.
So a good rule of thumb to know if it counts as a safe area is, do any of you need to keep watch?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good rule of thumb.
It is a pretty good roll.
But this first day passes without incident. But you get the feeling that once you kind of hit the threshold of the edge of where real civilization kind of cuts off, and any encounters with people that aren't from Snowdrift, or encounters with people that are from Snowdrift are going to become pretty few and far between. So, with that first day, I need you guys to choose a space that you will be going to.
A safe space. Oh, you vote there.
Okay, is that the vote?
That one.
That one.
Okay, you change your trajectory.
Whee!
I actually kind of like how the arrow changes directions on this
Yeah,
one.
yeah, me too.
I like it too.
Wow.
You've ruined
There
it.
No, I fixed it. So,
Driver onto
I
airplane.
need somebody. Let's do. I don't think Belden has had a chance to ever do this yet. All right. So Bentley, how this works is I have several tables of random encounters, and some things are repeat. So basically, choose any dice smaller than a D20 and roll it. And then if you roll it on Foundry, I can see it. Or if you roll it to yourself, just tell me what number you got on what dice. So a
Any-
D12 or smaller.
Or
I'll roll D12.
hey, that's my one of choice.
And you got a 5.
We got a 5 on the D12.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah.
Great.
That's Erica's number. You stole her number.
That's her favorite. Is
How
the
dare
5 on
you!
the D12.
This means war.
Okay,
No,
let
it just
me-
means another convert has been made.
Let me just
No,
check
it means
my...
another black dragon is gonna show up.
Mm-hmm. I pretty consistently roll 5s
Okay.
whenever I roll,
5
so
on a
that's what's funny.
D12.
Yeah, and I usually roll a d12.
So, and just for the viewers, those of you that don't know, so basically in each of these regions, I have, so like Cape Whitespire, Tailwind Tundra, the Heraldon Snowfields. I have like a list of random encounters, and then when they get one, I remove it from the list and replace it with something else. When I make these random encounters, I kind of ad-lib it, and then I just prepare as best I can on Foundry with what they might run into.
Mm-hmm.
So, on this second day of grab
And
him.
if it's too powerful, he just goes, ah! Good
Running
luck.
is a viable option.
He considers changing it, but then he's like, nah, why do that?
The city guard is just like watching from the walls as fighting this massive dragon. They don't need our help.
Exactly.
That's the Phantom Breaker. He's got this.
They can run, right? Right? They have all their limbs.
So, as you let me pull up something real quick. So as you are moving along, it seems pretty quiet. What are your guys' passive perceptions?
Pretty good. 16.
11.
10.
I love having high wisdom.
I have good investigation.
My own presence distracts me too much.
Okay.
10 isn't bad though, right? It's not bad.
It's literally average. Okay, so what is your passive?
16.
16? Okay. It is silent around you. Almost too quiet.
Immediately, I would whisper over to the other two. Guys, there's no sounds.
Ah.
Something big is here. Immediately, I want to look around to see if I see anything unusual.
Make
I
a
told
perception
you.
check.
To see what he could see.
Not one!
I'm pretty sure I'd be looking around too, so I'm gonna try. Nat 4.
So as you guys round a bend, you go over a boulder. Sorry, you go around a boulder. And that's when you hear it. A low growl.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling!
Were it not for your hammer, well, your hammer doesn't go off. Rakos, as you round the bend, you come face to face. Thick, ivory spikes jutting out of the mouth of a full-grown saber-toothed tiger that is leaning in. And with a 23 on its stealth check, if it was going to go bite your throat out, it would have done so with advantage. But it kind of goes, and it's like leaning in, and then you see, with the other two round in the corner, you see it kind of hesitate, but it is, you are face to face with it. You're eye level with it, because it's kind of up on a boulder.
I'm going to just slowly, very, very slowly, activate one of my runes. And so I'm just going to very slowly, you just see hand go touch the side of his chest as he activates Speak with Animal. Let me go ahead and use that.
Look out!
No! Idiot!
And it like snarls as if it's about to like lunge when you do that.
Wait, friend.
Meat speaks. As you hear this, a feminine voice come from it.
I do not wish to cause you harm. We just wish to pass by.
You pass through my hunting grounds. I got cubs to feed. You are meat in my territory.
How many cubs do you have?
Three wee ones.
Well, how about this? You let us pass through, and I will give meat to your cubs. I would prefer that your cubs have a mother.
How much meat? More meat than you?
No. But your options are either some meat for your cubs, free of charge, no blood spilt, other than, no, the Hydra that I took it from. Or option number 2, they grow up without a mother.
The meat makes a good point. Then pay the tribute.
Very well. I'm gonna go in and then take out 6 steaks. And then put it down in front of her.
She goes and gives it a sniff. Dense meat. Good meat. Good for growing cubs. And kind of looks up at you. You are a kind meat.
And you are kind as well.
Most meat that walk like you do stick me with spears and arrows. So I stick them with my spears and I feed my cubs.
Well, I would rather be friends than enemies.
You may go.
The other 2 as well.
She kind of looks over.
They are my cubs.
She looks over at them, sees the robotic arms and the thick armor. And the thick armor. My fangs cannot pierce them.
Belden's just picks his nose and flicks it.
In this tense situation, he's got his priorities.
You protect your cubs and I protect mine. We are kin. And you see she backs up and kind of backs up onto the boulder and sits on her haunches above you.
What is your name?
Maiev.
I am Rakos. We'll be in this area for at least a couple of days. And I assume you'd be able to track me with your smell. If you run into any troubles, just let me know.
Meat fighting other meat. Not unheard of. You may go.
May your cubs grow strong. And then I'll just like slowly, and like gesture over to you two. Slowly, we're going that way.
So as you leave, she sits back and watches you go. And then as you guys are probably like couple hundred feet away, when they're turning into small dots in the distance, you see from in between boulders these small cubs come out.
Yeah.
And begin eating as she keeps watch.
Hey, Rice. So cute.
She was just a mother looking after her young.
She expected tribute, I'm guessing.
I offered it.
Alright,
I didn't want the cubs to go hungry.
fair enough. Probably a better meal than she would have gotten from us.
Ah, I bet Belden tastes terrible. I probably taste great.
Must think he might taste.
Sure,
Rightfully
saber-tooths
bad.
might taste good, though.
No, we're not. No, Belden. No, the friends. Her name is Mayev.
He can talk to animals.
I think he's making it up. Let's go.
He talked to a yeti once. It traumatized him. We killed it.
No, I could understand it. I couldn't talk to it. I talked to the rats, though.
We killed those two.
They wouldn't stop. You see this kind of like, it's just like, this like flashback face of
The rats.
All
right, brothers, death or glory!
I tried to make them stop. It was a slaughter.
They wouldn't.
I shouldn't have talked to them in the first place.
We live and we learn, buddy. Pat, pat. Another day of trudging ahead.
But you notice, like, in that moment, Reikos was like, there was like he was definitely like ready to react, but you could tell there was very much like a calm demeanor, like, I've been in this situation before. It's kind of the vibe you got from that.
Reiko's owned a house cat once.
And I forgot to feed him at 4 p.m.
No, it's Anne. Her experience.
Yes. I don't like to hurt them if I don't have to.
Guess
Animals
we're not wanting for food, so.
Well, it's like I told Badger when we first met up. Sometimes it's better to try and de-escalate a situation before it gets out of hand.
keeps the world in balance.
I wonder what those raiders are up to. If they're still working at the farm or not.
They better be.
I'll have to go in and check on them.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so no other incidents on this second day. So you can go set up camp. Make some food.
Yay! Yum.
Each time that we do have camp, I try to set it up or find a spot that it's as least visible as possible.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Finding big old rocks,
just make like a survival checks each night, I guess.
outcroppings, and the like.
And I only
Okay.
get advantage if I'm tracking, so 13.
13. Okay. Not
Not many
too
big
bad.
boulders.
Right.
Also,
Like they're
just-
big, but not big
Just
enough.
because I need a little bit of entertainment. Every time Reikos takes a drink of anything, I'm using prestidigitation to make it taste like room temperature milk. No matter what it is.
And here, actually, you know what? I'm gonna do a perception check to see if I notice. I don't notice. I don't notice you casting it. Actually, you know what? Do a sleight of hand. Do a sleight of hand.
Wouldn't it be
You
against?
you got an 11. I rolled a 10. So yeah.
Wouldn't it go
I-
against your passive perception because you're not actually trying to perceive it?
No, it's fine. I want it to be this.
Okay, fair enough.
So basically, each time he doesn't say anything, but you can just see he'll get a little bit of snow, like wipe off his tongue a little bit, try drinking it again, and it's still. And to him, you just see him look at the Hydra meat, like, is it this?
Changing your
Oh.
taste buds.
But everybody else is drinking their water just fine.
This water is so fresh. It's like it came from a mountain spring just 5 minutes ago.
It tastes like shit. It reminds me of my wife. I regret nothing.
What space are we moving to next?
South.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure, yeah. I guess he's the leader.
Okay. Somebody roll a dice smaller than a d20, please.
I'll do it.
Ghost.
Yeah. That's me. Yeah. I'm gonna roll a d12. Again. 2.
2 on a d12.
That's 3 less than 5. I'm almost there. Rolling 10 is like double or nothing because it's 2 5s.
All right. As you move along this day, you notice the elevation is starting to go up. As you would know, this region, it's the same on it's the same as the Palewood Peninsula. The Palewood Peninsula is a lot more extreme. But rather than going down to the beaches, it raises up and then a cliff's edge down to the ocean. And so as this elevation starts to change, you feel you're having to work a bit more to hike in this direction. And as you do, though, up ahead you see a plume of smoke.
Did I
It's
buy...
a dragon. I knew
Right.
it.
Let's see. Do I have... Okay, I did not get a spyglass. Okay. All
Never
right.
have I once heard you mention a spyglass, so I can.
I
vouch
was,
for that.
Yeah. Okay. How far out is it?
Seems to be a couple 100 feet away.
And
Oh.
is it, are we talking
Pretty
like
close.
sides of a campfire kind of
Yeah.
smoke?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Not like big fire.
Yeah, no, not like forest fire. One straight plume of smoke.
Okay. Well, it looks like we might have company. Should we go say hi?
perhaps. They might want to be left
Just
alone.
be on guard.
Definitely.
Is there any like shrubs or trees that people can hide in, or is it still just rocky, like pretty
Like
open?
there are patches of trees,
Okay.
just and pretty big rocks. So it's not like a complete barren, wide open thing. Just relative. It's not dense forest vegetation, but there's still some
More sparse than
brush.
woods.
Yeah, there's still some like brush and everything.
It's like pop, pop, pop. Little dots.
Yeah, I'd be looking around for any signs of a trap, like people hiding in bushes or things like that.
Make a perception check for me.
25.
Okay. Ghost and Belden, are you guys actively looking around or no?
Yeah,
Okay.
we definitely are.
You guys
Oh, yeah.
make perception checks as well.
Okay, I will do that. Not persuasion. That's too high. 11.
Okay.
Slightly better than a natural 4.
Perception, you said, right?
Not as
Yep.
good as a 25.
13.
Okay, not terrible. So as you guys are going, Belden and Ghost, you guys probably get a bit closer to it, but Rakos would probably point it out. You see, it seems the smoke is coming from a cluster of trees. And
Tops of trees.
and as you approach, you notice there are some net traps, the kind that wrap up underneath you and then suspend you into the air. Not the most well hidden, but well hidden enough.
It
These,
didn't enough to
Yeah,
maybe...
these are like thick rope netting.
Meant to catch big things. Well, looks like they want to be left alone.
I say we say hi.
Be my guest.
Belden, do the honors. And then I'll like pat you forward.
Can I like trip one of these snares?
He
Yeah,
pushes
you-
you too far.
I just with like a not stepping
A
in
rock.
it. No,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a rock or something.
A
Yeah.
rock. I was
You know
I'm
you
gonna
know
push
where they
the other
are.
one.
You can you know where they are. You can totally do that.
All right. I mean, it's gonna make us known. They'll hear it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're just tossing a rock onto one of them?
Yeah, I'll just toss a rock onto one of them.
So as the rock hits, you hear the snap as the net scoops up and lifts up into the trees, just dangling probably a good 10 feet in the air. And you hear the rush of footsteps coming towards you.
How many pairs? Does it sound like one person or like a lot?
It
It
was
sounds-
exactly 7 people.
It sounds like one person.
Oh, nice. All the more reason to have those big nets. Like, good on them.
So, as they approach, you start hearing a little bit of muttering, and you probably see them before they fully see you. And you see this bushy bearded, this big old scraggly beard, clad in dark leather. Oh my gosh, why can't I think? What is the freaking Dwergar? Gosh, I don't know why that just completely escaped
He's
me.
one of me.
So you just see this, and you see him holding this heavy duty looking crossbow. Like, it's about as big as he is.
So, like a ballista?
Pretty much, yeah.
Capable of shooting a harpy from 2,000
And you
meters
see him,
away.
he's just like,
Let's not get
and you just
too exact.
see him, and he's just like, hey, you back off, it's mine. And then he goes and like kind of probably shoves past you a bit, levels his crossbow at the net. There's nothing in it. Yay.
Yeah, sorry, that was me.
You set off my bloody trap. Have you ever heard of
He pushed
etiquette?
me.
And you see he begins work on resetting the trap and trying to get the net down.
Rikus, would you?
Oh, yes. And I'm gonna pull out my glaive and use the handle to grab it, pull it down so I can just pull it down myself.
And he goes, sets it up again. Sets it up. Hey, you need to learn hunting etiquette. It's not nice to be setting off people's traps.
What are you trying to trap?
Yeah, anything around these parts. Tigers, bears. But the main thing I've been hunting is there's some real big moose around here.
It is the best season to be hunting them.
What a good meat on them.
Such beautiful antlers.
Exactly. That's what I'm going for.
Looks
Glenn
like
on
you're well equipped. Looking at his crossbow.
Yes. Pride and joy.
Are you from around these parts?
No. Not even close. I'm all the way from Trosslid.
Quite the travel.
I get around.
Well, have you ever tried hydra meat?
No.
As I say, I'm gonna start like pushing past the thing, like going
Would you
towards
like
the camp
to?
a little bit.
I got some pocket jerky if you want to try some. My own recipe. He reaches into his shirt pocket and just pulls out a piece of beef or a piece of
Oh.
seasoned jerky.
I'll just take it.
The secret ingredient must be pocket lint.
Very smoky and tangy.
A little hairy.
Oh, what are the likes of you doing way out here? You look a little fancy to be out here, especially that one. And he points at Ghost.
I don't let my travels affect how I look.
I don't understand how that works, but I guess you're this far in the wilderness. And you still look like that, so...
We're hunters of our own prize.
Yeah, ain't we old?
Little less living, though. They wanted to say hi.
Oh, that's
Again,
weird.
he pushed me.
I just like the company.
You got two folks right here for you.
Yes, but I see them every day.
Doesn't know what he has.
He obviously he says that with a smile. He's joking.
She's joking too.
But the real reason I came over, I figured, given the traps and everything, if you have you been in this area long?
Maybe like, yeah, I've been around Cape White Spire for maybe 2-3 weeks.
And have you come across any old ruins, weird caves, anything of that sort?
Not really old ruins, no.
Cave entrances, fancy doors, things of that.
Not that I've seen. I've only seen old war memorials.
All right. How old are we talking?
Oh, really old.
If I were to pull out my map, would you be able to give me a general idea where those were?
Oh, easily. I've been keeping track of where I go. Always do.
And as thanks, we can share some hydro sticks with you.
Once I know the free meat. So, as you pull out your map, there's an old war memorial up on the cliff, right in this region right here. Hard to tell exactly what it is. It seems like a marker for a mass grave or something. Don't really know.
And any other ones, or just that one?
There's a couple scattered in that area. Small little looking things. I mean, they're all within sight of each other, but only that area.
Well, that is helpful. Thank you.
So are you like on the pilgrimage or something?
Nah, more like paid to be archaeologists at the time.
So you're grave robbers?
No. Yes. Maybe.
I did say we were hunting something less alive.
It makes no difference to me. Not like the dead are gonna be using that stuff. And, well, if the dead are using that stuff, you should probably put them down.
Well put.
Couldn't have said it better.
Those
put it
undead,
down
they
better.
freak me out. I've only ever known one zombie to be a nice guy.
You've met a nice guy, zombie.
I mean, he didn't have a lower jaw, so he couldn't really say anything rude, but... I mean, he kept the place clean, at least.
He must have still had eyes then. Right.
So how about those steaks?
Alright.
Oh, I love it.
This is... You get the
I
feeling
imagine
that,
he's got some twigs in his beard.
Yeah, you get the feeling that this guy is not used to having company.
Yeah.
So he's just kind of... And as you cook up the steaks and serve it to him, he just kind of eats it and just gives it a nod of approval. Hey, for something so big, it's a relatively lean meat.
A little chewy, but quite tasteful.
Mm.
Yeah, we slayed the whole thing ourselves. It's quite the rush.
Aye.
Totally.
There is nothing really quite like putting down the beastie.
So what made you decide to leave Trustland?
Boredom. Wanted to see more. And I get to go out in the wilderness hunting for weeks at a time, and my wife gets to stay back in whatever city we are and treat herself, so it's a win-win. She gets to relax, and I get peace and quiet.
Right.
I know someone who
like
would agree with
it.
that sentiment.
Get some peace and quiet. She's not here.
Yes, well. Good job you're getting it.
Belden, does your family come from Trustland? I mean, I know you said you're from the Black Spire Mountains, but
I think maybe originally, but honestly, we've been out in the Black Spire Mountains for quite a few generations.
is the Underdark as big as they say it is? Do you know?
How big do they say it is?
That it stretches all the way under the ocean?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you would be out of your mind to go that way. I mean, pressure alone. That's a quick way to have every cell in your body completely explode on the way back up. But yeah,
Hopefully the travel is slow enough you can decompress properly.
yeah, you don't want to be traveling slow with what's down there.
Fair enough.
Illithids and weird old things.
Just a senior citizen center.
Oh!
Yeah, there are a few of those too.
They wanted me to hear about their arthritis.
My kids tried to put me in the home down there, and I refused.
They do psychic damage all day. It's just dementia.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Look, I'm just yeah, no, it's absolutely massive. Basically, you get two countries in one, double layered. If you were to combine the surface area and the underdark portions of Trustland, it would probably be almost as big as Tiervis.
I'm not saying something.
Hey. Well, I've been all over that way. I'm just enjoying my retirement now, with some nature and good food.
Well, do you have any cabin or anything up here, or do you just
Yeah,
like hoofing it in the wild?
the dirt's soft enough. Not on land here. Yeah, probably going to be heading over to Scalia next. Be leaving my wife in Alabast.
See, I'm not that well traveled. This is probably the furthest I've been from home, thinking about it. I've been into Erensil, but only because that's already close to home. More just for work than anything else.
Erensil's an interesting place. It's a bit more, just given the more magical nature, there's some weird crap down there. Tastes good though.
Yeah, we've had our fair share of strange meat. We made sliders of Yeti. That was interesting.
And pizza.
And never was too fond of Yeti. It is a bit stringy for my tastes.
Did you eat any of those spiders, Belden?
I did not want to go anywhere near them ever again.
Spider meat's good meat.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd have the stomach for it.
The legs are crunchy.
Nice and crisp. It's like eating a bag of potato chips.
When you add the right sauce.
A bag of potato chips. What are those?
Does Tiervis really not have chips? And basically he explains the process of cutting the potatoes and baking them and all that stuff, turning them into chips. It's like, oh,
Interesting.
my wife's probably going to be pissed when she can't find any. Oh well.
Well, if you know the process, can't you just make some? That would piece out.
There's a reason why I'm out here in the wilderness.
I see.
Well, my campfire's yours if you really want it. Just, if anything goes into my traps, it's mine.
Oh, that's fine. I guess with the traps, we wouldn't need to really worry about keeping watch either. I assume you have them all around this clearing.
Oh yeah. Just be glad he didn't find he didn't step on any of the explosives.
I like
You
the
hear
sound
that?
of those
Don't push me.
Ah,
Don't make me trip, guys.
I'm just messing with ya. Oh no. Explosives won't detonate on humanoids.
Interesting.
He just
Ah.
So we could be attacked by humanoids.
Oh, that's what the other
They could
traps
go
are for.
right
I mean, you
past.
can be
Yeah, that's
attacked
what-
by just about anything. We're out here.
That's not what I meant.
That's what
Alright.
Marlene is for. And he pats his crossbow he's been polishing on his lap.
Mm.
No, they're set to detonate for fiends. And they're basically holy water bombs. So any undead or fiend shows up, yeah, they're done for. There's quite a few fiends in this area. Well, on this whole continent really, but
He didn't
pretty
step
constant
on it.
places.
Have you encountered any personally? Did you see any near the war memorials?
Oh, not near the war memorials. It's actually pretty quiet. I mean, there is a small tribe of Mersek down the south, but they're more than hospitable. Quite friendly, actually.
Could you also mark that on our map?
No, of course. And so, the Mersek tribe would be in this space right here.
Could we put like a marker down on the map?
Yeah. It's a good thing that that Ivor hasn't been walking.
Yeah.
It detonates for fiends.
Yes.
I'm sure he just did a silent gulp, just like, oh, I'm not wandering too far.
So,
Great.
here is the memorial.
Yeah. I love that it's like hostile.
Here's the tribe.
Well, if it's all right with you, we could spend the night here and then we'll be off in the morning.
It's fine by me.
I mean, as long as you two are all right with that.
Aye, that's fine by me.
Yeah, I haven't run into any fiends here in Tiervis. So, we should be safe.
Definitely.
And he just oils and polishes that massive crossbow, Marlene.
This whispers. Don't worry, Ivor. If you want to be uninvisible, just wild shape you want. Just reshape. You can choose which form you take.
And he's just, and you actually hear him. I actually hear him just like, it's fine, I can see you're familiar.
Hmm. So you have encountered the fiend.
Yeah, but his name doesn't really count, does it? It'd be like saying I ran into a tiger in Tiervis, but it was actually someone's house cat. Just technically. And you just hear I've heard like,
Oh.
hi.
So you can see through invisibility. That's a useful attribute to have.
Oh, I can't really see him. I can sense him though. And, I just offended him, so I heard them.
Good tactic. Awkward silence once again. Love it.
Yep.
I love it.
I'm going to pull out my alchemical stuff and work on some of those potions.
Okay.
This is gonna take out her cut. Set it up for the night.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to do with this stranger on this night?
No. We're all good.
I am going to make a potion of fire breath and hand it over to Ghost.
Nice. Potion of
There you
fire
go.
breath, you said?
Yeah.
Nice.
And how are you two doing on potions?
I have a potion of greater healing from the last time you gave it to me, which was yesterday.
Yep, I'll have a potion of greater healing
The
as
day
well.
before yesterday.
Alright.
And 2 small potions of healing.
Right,
Or
well,
just regular potions.
I will make another greater potion of healing, but I will hold on to it.
Good.
There we go.
Because the times I would have used them, I was already unconscious.
Either that or we got healed by steam.
Alright.
Go. Alright, cool. Got it. Yeah, I'll make those and then start setting up the bedroll and everything to go to sleep.
You see the Dwergar just kind of gets up, finds a patch of dirt, leans up against the tree, and then just folds his arms over his crossbow, almost like he's holding it like a stuffed animal, and just
That's great.
And honestly, Reikos feels secure enough with all of the traps and all that he's not even gonna worry about like keeping watch or anything. He's just like,
You want the long rest.
yeah.
somebody gets up to go pee and sets off one of the traps.
That urine was fiendish in origin. It burnt really bad.
Okay,
The trees are on fire.
you can all take a rest.
Yippee!
What kind?
I used nothing.
Short or long?
I would say it's safe enough for a long rest with him here. You guys never got his name, so I can't say it.
Is that a trend with us now?
Yes.
That's great.
And then yeah, so rest of the night, wake up early. Wake you two up and like gesture like, alright, it's time to leave.
Alright.
Then head out for the day.
It's a struggle to get up for Ghost. She has created such a cozy little nest. Just covered in her furs. You didn't even know which way her head was facing at first.
Hey, wake up, gets kicked.
You would though.
Yeah.
All right. So as you pack up and leave. The Dwergard does not say much. Yeah, just kind of gives you guys a nod and then goes back to checking all his traps.
Thank you for sharing your campsite with us.
Plenty of room out here.
We'll be safe.
Hey, and you.
Nod and then start walking off.
As you leave the level 16 fighter to his own devices.
Awesome.
Mm.
Yeah, we were definitely safe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Or
why
in
I allowed
terrible
it. I was
danger.
like, would you be sick? Yeah. This.
More than double our level. Almost
Alright,
triple.
so because you'll probably never encounter this guy again,
We'll never know.
you'll never know. Yeah.
We'll never know.
You don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
You want to keep that mystery alive.
Keep the mystery.
What space are we going to?
So I was thinking,
Down.
I'm like, if there's going to be anything of note, perhaps we could go head down to that war memorial.
Perhaps that would be a good idea.
Yep.
We go down. Oh yeah.
Directly south.
And
Ah!
afterwards, we can make our way to the Mercek if we haven't found anything. I've heard they're quite hospitable.
Not all of them are as hospitable as the bouncer. The bar.
But perhaps we might encounter someone there who could point us in the right direction.
Perhaps. You never know if you don't try. You might have to offer some more of that Hydra meat, though.
Oh, we have plenty.
Okay.
Not if you keep giving it all away.
By the time it's done, we'll be sick of it. I'm okay giving it away.
Right. Rakos, it is your turn. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah. Will you
Let's
keep up
do
the
a
tradition?
D6.
Ah!
Ooh, 6 on a D6.
Yeah! 6. That
Is
is
it-
one less. That's one more than 5.
Is a coin technically
So
a
close.
D2?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't made anything for a D2, but it's not like that hard to come up with 2 things.
Yeah. flip a
Technically, if you
coin.
use a coin, there is a possibility to roll a 3. Just has to land on its side.
Okay, a 6 on a D6.
We're cooked. We're cooked, gang. Chat, we're cooked. Chat.
There's also official D2s. They're kind of shaped like this. Like a tennis ball, but less round.
So not a tennis ball.
So I said like a tennis ball, but less round. As far as the stitching is concerned.
Mmm.
Alright, what does a 6 get us? I know Bentley's head's been cut off.
Oh no. What? You rolled the dragon, Andrew!
No.
You rolled the dragon! I'm okay.
So,
You have died of dysentery.
I'm trying to think of the best way to go about this one.
To narrate our deaths.
Quicksand. I knew it.
It was always going to be quicksand. What got me killed, I always missed the phrases up as a kid. I saw quicksand and I stopped, dropped, and rolled.
So, as you guys are walking along, you suddenly hear this voice. at about 50 feet in front of you, you see a guy fall and hit the rocky ground and just splatter into gore and viscera. There's no cliffs above you or anything.
No airship even?
Not even an airship.
All right, I rolled a 19 on my acrobatics check to not be splattered.
I will allow it.
I use prestidigitation to get all the blood off.
I opened my mouth.
She'll use some for him too.
Well, I'm gonna look up.
yeah, we're looking up. Is there an airship or something? Just like
Nothing.
nothing. She'll like move forward and kind of
What
lift
the
up
hell?
tries to see if there's like a coat or anything she can identify or
It just seems to be standard travelers. Standard traveler's attire.
nothing special in the pocket.
Is there besides the crushed viscera, is there any evidence of like claw marks, pierce wounds, anything like that?
I don't think there's enough left to gauge
Nope.
that. It was
Or
a
make
Gallagher
a
spurt.
medicine check for me. Or investigation.
Gallagher!
I will do medicine. 21.
The only injuries this person has is from the fall.
What the hell?
Teleportation? Gone wrong?
Gone very wrong.
I can't identify anything from these.
Is there any weird smells? Any weird sounds? Any like?
Yep.
So I can't see anything.
Are you so?
When he means random encounters, he really means it.
So
Aliens. The fucking aliens.
So are you doing anything? This guy.
Yeah,
he's just splattered.
I'm trying to access all the senses to try to figure out what the hell is going on.
There is no living creature up in the air or anything that would be big enough to hold this guy.
Ah, it's a dead creature. It's a zombie bird. No weird shimmers in the sky. No like weird portals. No. Any like, do I smell ozone? Like, is there anything?
Asbestos!
Nope.
Leave!
Does he have any money in his pocket?
Make an
That's what I was
investigation
looking
check.
for. That's what I was
Okay,
looking
go.
for.
Ghost, you're
Yeah.
the first one.
Yeah, I got tips on the bloody money. Investigation, you said?
Yep.
Okay. 15.
15. It's pretty messed up, but you managed to find about 50 gold on him.
Nice.
And you pull out some now stained notes.
She's gonna start reading them. Because she can understand any language.
The handwriting's not good,
Darn it!
but you can still read it. It's just
Okay, good.
it looks like the ravings of a madman, basically.
Luckily, you
And
can
it
read
says-
anything that you
Yeah,
touch.
and it says, "I did it. I finally did it. I did it. I finally did it. The best, most efficient way of travel. I'll never pay for one of those damn airships ever again. With these boots, I can now go where I please."
And Ghost just kind of starts laughing a little bit. It's the boots. boots.
And you can see kind of the magical formulas of how it works. His notes, his like the magical mathematics on the boots.
Oh, 7 leaf boots.
so-
For real.
Can you make any sense of this? I'm not grasping any of this.
Belden, you can make an Arcana check to see
Ugh.
if you can decipher. And if you can decipher this, the DC is 18, but if you can decipher this, it'll act as if you casted Identify on the boots.
Nice.
19.
19.
Oh,
Yeah, nice.
yeah.
Belden, you decipher the boots, and you see where he went wrong. His calculations were off. So, are you taking the boots?
Yeah, I'll take the boots. I'm not putting them on though.
So the boots,
Boots are flying.
The boots are defective boots of vaulting.
Oh.
It allows you to, as an action, jump up to 100 feet. Up to 100 feet upwards and 100 foot forwards. But you cannot jump any less than that. And you take quadruple damage from falling damage.
And if you were to
Defective boots of
complete
vaulting.
them, now all we gotta do is trick someone into getting them from us.
When you're going down, speed is of the essence, so it quadruples the gravity.
Yep.
Oh, man. I guess it's just laughing more now.
Poor fellow.
I was telling you I didn't know how to best introduce this one.
Perfect. Perfect. That's the most random encounter, other than the bunny army, that I've ever encountered.
Bailey's just like, what? Bunny army?
I'm confused. I don't know if I want to ask.
My army.
Well, I guess rest in peace.
Is
Rest in pieces. Oh man, what an idiot.
how could he have gone so wrong?
Whew. I guess that's what happens when you try to avoid capitalism.
So that's the encounter.
I love it.
Doing anything else for the day?
That's great. Probably walking a little bit further. We don't want to camp around the blood.
Nope.
I put that one as like a joke because it's a reference to Morrowind. And then I forgot I had it on there. And then I'm just like, oh yeah.
Well, now it'll never be on there again. I love that. It's
The
truly
next
a
day.
random encounter. Oh, did I forget? It was an infinite vaulting boot.
It
You
doesn't let you
if
jump
you
less
jump,
than
you
100
can never
times.
come back down.
All right.
It's the boots of jumping, not of landing.
I created a custom item in my backpack. Defective boots of vaulting. Jump 100 feet upward and 100 feet forward. Cannot move less than that. And then in the notes, take quadruple fall damage.
Perfect.
Worth quadruple
it's
the
a-
price.
I would love for someone to steal those from us. It would be a sight to see.
All right. So, where are we going next?
Ghost is considering it. To the right down here.
Memorial.
Yeah, by the cliffs, like where people die.
Alrighty. So
Sometimes it's windy.
it takes you a little bit. It takes you a little bit of the day to find exactly where it is, but not super long. But eventually, with your passive perception, Reikos, you eventually spot these small stone spires up, not quite on the cliff edge, but pretty close to the cliff edge, that you can look out over the ocean. And you see these 4 pillars, these 4 small stone spires on top of these well-crafted marble blocks. And a little ways in front of them, you see this small, or not small, this noticeable stone plaque. This tablet.
What does it say?
Yeah. Read it.
You'll notice as we're walking up, Reikos is very quiet and respectful.
Oh yeah.
It says, "We honor those who stem the tide of the Black Gates. First, we honor the common man who endures and keeps the world spinning. Second, we praise the mages through evocation and research. They lock away that which seeks to harm us. Third, we honor the soldiers who give up life and comfort to face unspeakable horrors. And fourth, we honor those who have fallen, as without them, we do not draw breath."
Reikos will kind of just stand there quietly at the edge of it for a moment and then just start rifling through his bag. He'll pull out his Raptor Claw bottle that he really likes. Just not much, but I know it's out of drink, but a toast to all of you who served. And then I'll just put the bottle down next to the plaque. Well, this is obviously a memorial that dates back. I mean, obviously they could have built it at any time, but it's honoring those from the War of the Black Gate. And we're looking for something roughly that old. So I guess look around, but be respectful. How many of these pillars are there? Is it just like one obelisk?
4
Four.
side by side.
And how big is it compared to me? Like, talking like 10 feet, 15, or just like pretty small?
We're probably like 11, 12 feet tall.
Okay.
Nothing absolutely massive. Very sturdily built, though. They look like, especially given the location, they have not degraded quite a bit. You can assume there's probably some sort of enchantment around it.
Is there a lot of like footpath traffic to this area?
Nope. I mean, not obvious. There's some, but it's not like hundreds
Like,
of people are showing up.
right. That's what I was wondering. Where you can see like the grass withering away kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you can see some other tributes that people have left.
I want to go look over the cliff to see if there's any kind of like cave entrances or anything
Make a perception check.
under this. Dirty 20.
Nice.
As you look over, you do see there does seem to be something. These small little, I don't want to say caves, nothing that you guys would be able to fit through. But holes within the cliff face.
The bird.
Probably about 15 feet below you.
There are a bunch of holes along the cliff face. Does one of you want me to lower you down so you can get a closer look?
Will likely bird nests.
I know, but it's wise to be thorough.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah. I feel like you're a little heavy.
I
You
am
might
going
you might
to-
disturb the nests.
I
Not that you're
am
too
going
heavy
to cast reduce and shrink myself.
Oh,
Nice.
so you can actually go in. Hey, infiltration.
And I'll tie a rope to you to be able to lower you down.
You have to tie it really small.
Hey.
Alright.
As you get lowered down, a couple of them are bird nests, as Ghost was saying. As you climb over to one, notice about arm's length in, there is a stone brick wall behind the
Oh.
cliff face.
There's definitely something that's been built behind this cliff face. There's got to be an entrance somewhere.
Right. I stand corrected.
Are there any like levers or anything? Pressure plates?
I just see
Redstone?
I see a brick wall through some of these holes at the moment, but I'll keep looking. Do I are there any levers or anything that I find?
No, only a couple holes leading to the stone brick wall.
About how far below ground would they be from, like, up at the top of the cliffs?
It's hard to tell with only the small holes to judge. You can't get quite the sense of the depth of this structure.
Something as well made as it seems to be, it might have a very elaborate entrance. Who knows? Maybe that message we read is part of a riddle.
But while I'm hanging there, doesn't seem like there's any obvious entrances that are a little more easier to see.
No. It seems that the only reason you can see the brick is due to the weathering of the cliff face itself.
Birds.
All right, pull me up.
Yeah, play up.
Beam me up, Scotty.
I'll explain it to them what I saw. I think there's got to be an entrance up here at the surface somewhere leading down.
Maybe we should look at the note again, see if it has to do or gives us any clue as to how to open this door. Whatever door there may be.
Probably do a inspection of the obelisks.
Yeah.
Well, Ghost goes over the thing again to pick out any potential clues.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like,
Also, Gavin, I sent you a message in Discord.
oh, whispers to the diva.
Okay.
Oh,
What are your final words?
no, don't even play like that.
He just insulted me. It's fine.
Oh, okay, that's normal.
So, as you look at these obelisks, they seem identical. And you've seen Blackgate memorials before. They're all over the world. But especially here in Tyrvis, I mean, you've probably made stops at Vorindale's Grief, where the first Blackgate opened.
Yeah.
And this is just kind of weird. Normally the memorials have lists of names on them, or maybe give like a depiction of what was here before, or maybe a brief history of the events that happened at this place. This is just very neatly polished marble blocks with these dark stone pointed things, almost shaped like the Washington Monument is the best way I could describe it.
Right. We're gonna push it over. No, I'm just kidding.
Ghost, you said you were going back over to the plaque?
Yeah.
Okay. So it says, first, we honor the common man, who, I believe it said, despite everything, keeps the world spinning. Second, we honor the mages, who use evocation and research to lock away that which seeks to harm us. Third, we honor the soldiers, who sacrifice life and comfort to stem the coming tide. And fourth, we respect the fallen, whose sacrifice lets us draw breath.
Alright, guys, you gotta sacrifice me.
We've got to spin, evoke things, be uncomfortable, and sacrifice.
Well, perhaps, what if it's an order of how to activate something?
Likely, I believe so. Otherwise, they wouldn't list it so clearly.
I mean, there's 4 obelisks.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any symbols or anything on the obelisk?
Nope, not even a marking. Just solid.
That
Solid.
keeps the world spinning, that evoke things that...
I'm gonna knock on them. Do they sound hollow at all, or just
No, it's
normal
just
stone?
solid stone. Very weirdly smooth, though.
Hmm.
Like almost like basically polished, smooth.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think would connect to the common man that keeps the world spinning?
Gold. Maybe. Food. A piece of clothing. I don't know.
Do you think we should try putting something at each place?
Let me try putting a piece of gold down. Put some gold in front of it. Is there like any like things around the obelisk, or are they just jutting straight out of the ground?
They're like resting on top of stone blocks.
Okay.
So there's probably like a solid 1.5 to 2 feet before the flat part of that block turns into the obelisk.
And is it like 1, 2, 3, 4, or is it
Yep.
like north, south, east, west?
1, 2, 3, 4, side by side.
Okay.
Put it on the leftmost one.
All right. I'm gonna put some gold on the stone next to it. Any weird noises? Any glowing things?
Nope.
I'm
It's a
gonna
gold
go,
coin.
I'm gonna go see if
Evocation.
I can, like, get any sort of grip on that first one and see if it'll rotate or anything.
No, this thing is solid. Like absolutely solid. Like
world's spinning.
magically so. Like I said, the same kind of magic that probably kept it from weathering with the water and wind over however many years is also probably a thing keeping it in place.
Keep the world spinning. Spinning. What is things that are spun? Fabric.
Red?
Thread.
I could put
Here.
some of my
I'll
fabric.
take from my fur cloak that I have. I'll just take out a thread and put it on there.
There's a thread
What's
on a
a thread?
rock.
Well, it might not all activate
It
until it's
blows
all
away.
there. So, evocation from something that's, from any dangers. Something like that.
Did you cast a spell at the second one and see if something happens?
I don't think
I
anything...
don't want to break anything though.
I don't think anything that I can do would evoke safety. But I could try.
I don't want to risk ruining this place.
Oh, it's fine. I could use burning hands and just put it on the torch. Torch won't do anything.
You know, I have a hammer in my backpack, and that relates to the working man. I'm gonna put that in front of the first obelisk.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, perhaps produce your flame and just hold it up to it and see if anything happens.
Right.
To the second one.
So you're doing the produce flame cantrip?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
I don't know if it's evocation. I don't know which one is which. No, I looked over my spells, but it doesn't tell me. Or does it? Do I have to click on them to see?
Yeah, it should tell you like
Okay.
evocation cantrip level 1.
Okay. Conjuration. Nope. Not produce flame. Okay, hang on. Nope. Yeah, there we go. I'll use burning hands. That's evocation.
Burning Hands, gonna use a spell slot?
No, I have one. I have one free use of it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
For long rest.
Take that.
Yeah, prolong rest.
I know.
Oh yeah, I thought you were just using.
What is Eldritch Blast evocation?
I'm not going to use Eldritch Blast on these.
It's no different than the fire.
No, I can hold it in my hands.
No, you
Not-
can't.
no.
Not
Oh,
the burning
it's
hands.
a cone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
it's a
cone.
cone.
Okay. I'll see if it's okay. Abjuration. Conjuration. Oh, actually, I'll summon my flame blade. I'll use a spell slot. It's evocation.
That should be.
It's second level evocation. My flame blade. And I don't have to throw it at anything or make a cone of flames. It won't damage anything. I'll just be holding it.
More
No
just using-
damage!
it's more just using the spell slot that I was trying to avoid.
I know.
Yeah.
I have a ring. I'm okay.
Yeah. I don't want to use that spell slot, so let me use this higher one.
Hey! I don't have anything
That
lower
one-
that lets me.
That one comes back on a short rest though.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it's the natural cast one. You're right. It
That's
doesn't.
a natural cast.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's also a long rest.
I don't
If-
have
if that's
anything
what
else.
if that's what you're gonna do, though.
Okay. Burning Hands is the only one I can do at first level, and it's...
Wait, what about Eldritch Blast? Does that?
Eldritch
is that
Blast is... Or Molten Blast. It's... Oh, it is evocation, but I have to launch it, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to launch it.
These
Yeah, you're
these
going to
pillars
hurt
are
it.
sturdy.
Ah,
You're
fine!
gonna hurt it no matter what. It's more
Fine,
like
I'll-
not
fine.
using the spell slots.
Fine, I'll use Molten Blast then! You guys hate monuments. You hate history.
It's been here for a lot longer than we have. I'm sure you're not gonna do much to it.
She'll summon a Molten Blast and blast it at it.
The reason why I'm being like this, just be grateful I'm being nice because
We are about to go into a very scary dungeon.
I know we are.
so you fire the molten blast at the second one. You fire one and it hits the obelisk because it's not moving and it's really easy to hit.
Unless I roll a natural one.
And you just hear this and you see the impact of where the spell hit, the glowing red. The glowing red just circle on this obelisk. You see the red start to envelop it slowly. Till the second obelisk is glowing red. Same color as your magic. Then you see along the ground just a trail of your red magic. Circles around to the plaque. And
We are onto something.
and as it hits the plaque, you notice number 2 light up.
I don't think it works, guys.
The mages use evocation and research to lock away that which would harm us. And you see the words lock away get brighter and brighter and then the magic spreads over the plaque, and it disappears. And it says Leak Stone Vault. And the ground in between the plaque and the obelisk
Did it by myself? Wow!
You know, it's not like we told you what spell to use.
It wasn't in character. I don't count it.
I think
With
Reikos would kind of like
a-
grab you by the waist, excited. Oh, you figured it out!
Yeah, I did. I figured it out.
You can just see like this childlike wonder and excitement from Reikos.
I'm surprised that's all it took.
I knew there was something weird about these obelisks.
Yeah, I knew there was something weird about how it numbered everything. But I guess it just tried to make itself look more difficult than it actually was. Classic mages.
and
Does
as
anyone hear that threatening music?
it finishes opening up, a stone staircase going down, the top of which is a skeleton that is reaching for the top of the stairs.
Ding. Welcome, new users. Oh, well, that's a night hello. Rather foreboding. Eh. Who's ready to go down?
I'm ready.
So ready.
You ready, Belden?
Think as ready as I'll ever be.
There probably won't be that many spiders.
Also, just a general reminder, I can't see in the dark, so if you guys could help with that, I would appreciate.
Here's the torch. Also, you have the lantern.
I forget that I don't have that because God hasn't written it into my inventory.
I'm just gonna take it away. You don't have it. I'm just kidding. So, you descend down the stone steps below, each step echoing off the stone walls. That's where we're gonna end it today.
Yeah.
Thank you all
end it.
so much for watching. Thank you to everybody who tuned in, lurking or otherwise. Thank you to Tabletop Audio for allowing us to use that incredible background audio.
Beautiful as always.
Mm-hmm.
Really
Sets the mood.
ups that. And
Yeah.
it's been a while since we've had a good travel episode for the Oddities. I think the last time was actually before Eritrude, before Belden
Yeah.
joined.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I know you did like the ship travel ones, but those were a bit unique.
Mm-hmm.
And very quick, yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you all, and of course, let me roll a d4. Belden, would you thank our wonderful patrons, please?
Thank you, D-Fourtress and Brennan, for your wonderful patronage. It's people like you that are, what inspire us to keep going, and we hope to find more like you.
Very nice. I was a bit worried what you'd say. It's people like you that what do you mean, people like me?
Well, just like you.
What do you mean,
People
you
like-
people?
This
Great
is-
movie.
It's you people.
It's you people that keep asking for more spiders to be thrown at me, isn't it?
But thank you to everybody again, and we will see you all next week and this Sunday for the other stream. So we will see you all then. Bye bye.